Good afternoon, folks, and welcome to tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Hot Dog Network in partnership with the ISC Sports Network. My name is Garrick Burge, and tonight joining me on the call is Caleb Boggs. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Caleb Boggs, and I'm happy to be here and get the opportunity to do it again tonight. Let's have a good wrestling meet, and let's see how it goes.
Tonight's matchup between the Oracles of Delphi and your Frankfort Hot Dogs is brought to you by Frankfort Eagles 976. They are people helping people. Dan Ginda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. Healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice, and Fiberhawk, fast, affordable Fiberhawk. This pre-match show is also brought to you by the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. Starting for tonight's matches, what matches are you kind of excited to look for? Like, what do you see in tonight's lineup?
The 106, especially with them both being female, I like. It's very intriguing and to see how the game's changing, and how there's more females coming in, and I like to see it. Let's see here, Rascone, like to see him coming in here finally. He's coming back, and
they're gonna make a bounce back tonight.
Yep. I know he's excited for it. Let's see how he does.
That's one guy. He was kind of skittish. He was always talking about, man, am I gonna make weight? And I said, you can do it. You can make weight. That's a struggle of wrestling right there. The cutting weight. We see him down there on the bench. He's waiting for his match. He's wrestling the 285 tonight against Ethan McIlrath. So that's obviously one of the matches we're looking for. And the 126 with one of the Roa brothers, Leo Roa, actually came out with one of the wins against Western Boone last meet we called. He is wrestling tonight the 126 against Brandon Terrell. So seen Brandon Terrell's on the Oracle's website, so he picked up a couple wins at their most recent match. So looking at the 150 as well, we have Uriel Cobbs and Nathan Phoebus. Phoebus was also mentioned on there, picking up a couple wins that night as well. So what else do you have? You see anything else on here that gets you amped up, getting you ready for tonight?
Especially excited for Leo Roa because, correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe he has an undefeated record as well. And let's see how he wrestles tonight with Brandon Terrell as well as being one of the exciting wrestlers for Delphi. I believe that could be a good match, and let's see how our senior does.
Absolutely. I like the Carrasco versus Tudor as well. I talk to Carrasco a lot. I see him through the hallways. He's always got this amped up figure, and he's getting ready. We will start off with the 150-pound weight class right after the pledge. Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
At Dan Ginda Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Dan Ginda Funeral Home, putting family first.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana. Welcome back, everybody, and right as we come into our face-offs, here we are at the 106-pound weight class. Our only female matchup tonight, Ariana Sierra and Katie Emerson. We are starting at the 150 pounds, so if you're looking to see these two matchups go first, you're going to see them after the 285. So be sure to stay tuned in for these. Brandon Delgado starting off for your hot dogs tonight. Arian Walters picking up the forfeit for the 157-pound weight class. We've got a couple of those coming up as we go 57, 65, and 175, along with 190, all picking up forfeits. That's going to start Frankfort to quite a deficit. So that's a 20-point deficit right off the bat. So what does Frankfort need to do?
They have to realize, each and every single one of them, that their match is as important as it can possibly be tonight, and fight to whatever they can do to get this win.
Looks like we only have 10. We have 10 total matches because we have so many forfeits on this night. Maybe have some weight classes thrown around, but these forfeits are going to hurt Frankfort because you have to come back from that deficit. But like you said, every match is so important. Everybody needs to execute. This is one of the matches we highlighted. This is the 285. We have Rascone for the Frankfort side, and we have McIlroy waiting to take on Chris Rascone. I don't know if you're ready for that Rascone fever, but he's ready. I know he's ready. He's got his game face on. This is the 106 here, our female-on-female matchup for the night. The 113. Adams against Jocelyn Cruz Rojas for Frankfort. This is another one of Frankfort's young female wrestlers. Frankfort tends to have a young roster right now. It doesn't look like we've got a whole lot of seniors on this roster. I mean, Delphi's looking at kind of the same thing here. Maybe they had a little fall off after a few years ago, and they're working to rebuild just as much as Frankfort is. We've got Terrell of Delphi coming in against Leo Roa, one of the 3 Roa brothers that come through the wrestling system here at Frankfort. Here's another match we were looking for. We have Wyatt Tudor against Miguel Carrasco. You hear the crowd get fired up for this one as Miguel has had a pretty good start to the season along with Tudor. So that's another match we're looking forward to up here. With Andy Sanchez and Harrison Burnfield taking on the 138 in the 144-pound weight class. We have Cooper Roth against Nick Angeles. You know a little bit about the Angeles family, Caleb? What do you know?
I do. Chris Angeles, as he's in our APC class, he's a pretty solid runner right here.
The 150-pound weight class is brought to you by Frankfort Eagles 976. Serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana. Your coach of the Oracles down there, trying to get his wrestlers. He said, hustle up, hustle up. Looking to get these next matches underway here, aren't we, Caleb?
It's very exciting to see. Let's see where we go.
As a former wrestler, do you miss being down there on the mat?
I do.
A little different feeling.
The pregame is always intense. The nerves, they're always racking, but once you get on that mat, you like to feel loose.
Mm-hmm. It's always real different. Looks like we have an exhibition match here tonight. This is some Oracle action. We'll be right back with the 152-pound weight class after this exhibition match. So I know we've got a packed house tonight as our oxygen's actually filled up with some JV matchups going on, and our varsity teams are traveling to Tri-West. I'm hoping our hot dog crew picks up a win, as that is a Friday matchup, because that is also a conference matchup. Because that is again basketball, because that's JV basketball, and our varsity's traveling. We've also got a co-ed swim meet going on right behind us in the Steve Mullen Aquatic Center. So, funny story about me is I've actually done some swimming and diving action, and I give props to absolutely anybody that can do it and make it through the whole season, because I cannot. It takes more gut than I've got. Yeah. I can make it through a wrestling practice, I can make it through a wrestling season, but can't make it through that swim. That's horrible. You ever try to 500 meters as a warm-up?
I have not, but I've heard it's brutal, and I heard it's a very physical sport, more than it seems. And even after not being able to do wrestling this year, I was even almost recruited by the coach here. He wanted me pretty bad, but as you know, swimming's a tough sport, and I'd rather do a tough sport that I love rather than one I've never done before.
As the head coach, Ethan Cook, also a former Frankfort hot dog football player.
Yes.
Played for Frankfort, so I got to spend a year of my life listening to him on the offensive line. Hopped in a defensive line for a little bit, and I caught him a couple of times. Always yelling at me, chipping. He chipped at everybody.
Oh, he chipped at everybody, that's for sure. If you messed up, he was on your tail.
Oh, yeah. You knew, because he'd make it known. It's going to be the end of the first period here for this Oracle on Oracle matchup. You got anything you want to point out for tonight?
Kind of what we were going off of earlier about we both got young teams, and Delphi and the Hot Dogs, but it's kind of good and bad as well. It's a rough patch right now, but it's kind of good to see for where the future holds, to kind of build off of this and see how we do in the next few years, and just how we can grow. And after these little mistakes, even you want to make them young, and let's see how we can build off of that.
Looking at this Frankfort roster here, I've got a Frankfort book sitting in front of me. We only have 1, 2, 3, appears to be 3 seniors on the team. So again, that shows the young roster, because you only got 3 guys here, and not 3 guys. We've got 2 guys and a female. We have
2 guys.
Correct me. 3 guys and a female. There we go. It was 3 guys. We did have 3 guys and a female, with that one lone female being the 106-pound matchup, Ariana Sierra. That's a match that I'm looking forward to seeing, as it's our only female-on-female action.
Absolutely.
Let's tune into this Oracle match here. Well, we could just say Delphi's looking for a cradle, but
which one?
Well, which Oracle's looking
nice
for? Nice
little scramble here, though.
Delphi falls on their back and gonna get stuck as he's looking to suck the chin back to the mat. Referee's in position to make a call here. Can't get anything. Manages to pick up 3 more near fall. We've got a 10-1 score right now. Delphi lead. Obviously. Walking into the house, we have some familiar faces around here. I just seen the Angeles, the state players here, walk in. So, it may not be for wrestling, baseball, football, basketball, track, but one heck of a cross-country runner.
For sure, yep.
That's more grit than I've got, too. I've done cross-country as well, and that's another tough sport. That's a mental sport. I mean, anything's mental in high school, but tell you what, you can run for an extended period of time.
More power
to you.
Yep.
More power to you, because you don't see me out there doing it.
You got my respect for it.
We've also got our principal and assistant principal down there, Miss Cindy Long, and Mr. Lupke down there tuning in. And we've got Mr. Caesar appears to be sitting down there over in Section A, it's always nice to see some staff members rolling in here, tuning in, seeing what's going on in the high school sports. We've got another exhibition match here. They're just gonna keep us talking here.
Oh, losses.
Oh, lost headgear. Had one of those happen. I think I've had one in my entire wrestling career. Well, it's done now, but now I just call. I'd rather call it than be out there. Do I miss it? Yeah, but it eats in the heart that, listen, you could be on that mat right now, but I like it up here in the crow's nest calling games. Called volleyball. I've called soccer even, which was out of my element, but I made it my element. Another headgear. Drop the headgear again. That's twice in a match. And the referee's just going to say, let him wrestle.
They had a pretty solid scramble here. But I think it's pretty exciting to see these Delphi on Delphi, Oracle on Oracle matchups. You almost wonder who's wrestling partners in the practices here. And kind of interesting to see because they kind of know each other well, and they know what they're going to do. It's
absolutely, you can pick up. You're like, hey, I know this guy does this. He's going to shoot from this far away, and I know I can break him down a bit. He's got a heck of a good escape. So like with wrestling partners, I got to where like, hey, I could pick this kid apart piece by piece because I knew his little mistakes.
Yep.
Referee's going to call out of bounds here. We've got 5-3 Oracle lead. Because that's the only lead we're going to have for this exhibition match. Goes to pick up his headgear, strap that back on. Maybe see if we can strap it on tighter.
Yeah, hopefully not lose it again.
Looking back on our matches tonight, I'm really excited to see Carrasco. He's came a long way, and because I wrestled with him through middle school, I wrestled with him. And I'm not going to say he likes one particular move, but I know through middle school, if you got close with him, he's just going to want to throw a headlock. I know he's got more of an arsenal now, but I know deep in his gut,
he's a headhunter.
He can definitely make a headhunt. Was it dangerous? When he reached back, I know Coach always said don't reach back, but if you're on top and you reach your head over his side, he's gonna reach back there and take it because he don't miss an opportunity, not once. That's the dangerous move right there. You reach back and could end either really bad or you couldn't. It's either really bad or really bad. That's what my dad would tell you. He'd tell you don't reach back or you're doing beep beep I'm a Jeep. You're pushing a coin around the floor with your nose.
It's a very risky move, but it's a risk he's willing to take.
Absolutely. He was because we did it the next day. My dad would grab out them coins and sit them on the floor. We'd end up pushing them around the mat. And safe to say there was some burn marks and a dirty nose. Don't recommend it. Tell you right now. You want a warm wrestling room? You know what? Stick an ice pack on the thermostat. Keep the room nice and warm. Something's telling the computer it's cold. No, it's not.
Loses his headgear again.
It's a third headgear. Look, referee kicks it off the mat. He said, "Let him wrestle. Let him keep going. It's gonna be an issue." Brings the end of the first period. 76 Oracle lead.
Gets a new set of headgear. Let's hope these
new
work.
Set. He said, "Let's just throw it over there. We've got to cover something." Getting it strapped up here. Delphi's going to be on bottom. Delphi's also going to choose top. Got to make fun out of this, you know, because you got an exhibition match. It's almost like a wrestle off, you know.
Yeah.
You're fighting for the next. It's next man up. It's next person up. You never know.
Makes you wonder which one won the wrestle off, and who's trying to get
who wants it.
Who wants it more, and who's trying to get back for the previous loss.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's like maybe this kid might have beat me in practice, but I tell you, as soon as we step on the mat, he's not going to beat me out there in front of the crowd. Everybody's got a little different style on how they wrestle. Some wrestle better in a closed area, not in front of people, which is kind of the opposite of what you want, because you want to perform your best when you're in front of a bunch of people. Because personally, I never wanted to see a loss. I didn't, and I know I took a couple of losses specifically by 1 point 4 times against the same kid. How often does that happen? Never, but give a little shout out to Maddox Cade. I know the kid's made it to state, and he's came a long way. He's also a senior right now at Southmont High School, so props to him for dropping to one knee and beating me every year in middle school. Every invite, every dual meet, it was either by one. It was always by one, and that'll forever stick to my heart. You have any notable losses to the Southmont school?
Yes, actually. They're pretty solid wrestler, Wyatt Woodall. I believe he is. I know he was last year one of the top 195. I don't believe it's 195 anymore, but 190 wrestlers in the class, in Indiana. He was one of my first matches actually, and it was a very learning moment going up against him. Used to go back and watch the film over it. Actually, you can learn a lot just from a match that you even lose, especially up against someone like that. And I know he's been wrestling most of his life. He's a tough kid. And he's pretty solid in football too, as we know.
Well, you can also watch the match 4 times through in under a minute, can't you?
Yep.
That 15, 20-second match that's the real biter. He starts messing with you, and you're like, man, this kid's just tooling with me.
Yep.
It's not even funny at this point.
When you're that new and he's been in that game for so long, man, it's rough.
Kid's wrestled all the way through middle school. He's probably wrestled since he came out of the womb, but I'm not one to judge. He's got his sport, and he's dang good at it. Yep. I have to tell you. And also being a football player, I know he was a heck of a football player for Southmont. Got first team all conference. I was at that banquet with him, and seeing him, I'm like, man, to be his size, to be 6'1", 200 pounds in prime football season. I'm a wide receiver in a corner. I don't get the privilege to really be inside of there. I don't get the line luxury. I wouldn't say the luxury, but
it is and it isn't, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always got its ups and downs. Wonder if anybody's got a cut. You think he's got a cut at all?
I don't know. I know he was pretty heavier in the football season, but
looked pretty slim out there warming up. Seen him out there warming up. He's singing, doing cartwheels, and he could probably hit a backflip if he wanted to. I wouldn't blame him. Delphi leads here, 15-9. I'm not sure who's in the lead because it seems to be going back and forth, but I can tell you the score. Delphi tries to work a double leg here, and Delphi's also just going to sprawl out and holding off for dear life on bottom and can't seem to make a move on anything. Got to build a base, work up, and potentially create a reshot attack here, and Delphi's just not letting it happen. Could potentially be out of bounds. Looks like his referee's going to keep him in. That even surprised me. Your referee kept him in, and he looked almost well outside of the line.
Looking to turn him.
Maybe looking for more near fall, but Delphi's looking to not give up, and that comes to the end of the third period. 18-9, Delphi takes that exhibition win. We've got the captains coming to the floor. We have it looks like a couple of the seniors from the Delphi lineup, and we have our couple lone seniors of the Frankfort roster. We have Leo Roa and Chris Rascone out there shaking hands. Some serious faces down there on the mat. What do you say? Rascone got his game face on?
Oh, I think he's ready already. Got his headgear on. He's amped for it. I know he is.
Always. See what the choice here for the start of the matchup is going to be. Looking to get this 150-pound match underway. Once again, this 150-pound match is brought to you by Frankfort Eagles 976, serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana. Starting us off for tonight is Davis and Brandon Delgado. Any predictions right here before we get the whistle blown?
I think it's going to be a tough match. I'm going to hope for our hot dog Delgado here.
I just want to see the best match possible. I know Delgado's young. Looks like Phoebus going to try and go in for a shot, kind of lets him up. Delgado trying to keep the distance away from Phoebus. Phoebus is going to try and get inside, get the attack, and there's that low single leg. Looks like he's going to finish. Going to resort in Phoebus for 2. Delgado's got to build his base and work up to his feet here. Looks like he's just going to sit out, get his escape, giving him 1. Back to the neutral position. Delgado looking for the hands. As a former, well, not former, but current tall, skinny guy, you got to shoot. Being up top, staying in tight with a tie is not going to work. Delgado sprawls here. Nothing. Looks like Phoebus is going to get control here. Trying to return Delgado down to the mat. Here's the mat return. 2 goes to Phoebus.
Delgado trying to build a base.
Absolutely. Looking for a switch almost. That's what it appears to be. Maybe a sit out. Maybe just couldn't finish it. Back down to his knees. Going to come back to the center of the mat here. Coach Steve Cook down there giving some words of wisdom. Coming on to almost the wide of the mat and saying, hey, got to get your head in. Got to work your moves. You know your arsenal. Delgado on bottom. Works for a stand-up. Needs to fight the hands, and rip away. A standing switch. You don't see a whole lot of those.
No,
at least I don't. I haven't seen one up here in a while. Delgado's just got to stand up here, and Phoebus gets the Turk in. Maybe trying to turn him, and looks like he's going to get it. Just short. Going to power half out of this as well and try and get him turned. Phoebus is probably going to ride him up for the last 3 seconds of the first period. Phoebus leads right now 4-1. What does Delgado need to do to close this lead here?
He knows where he's at, but he knows he's in a rough position. But I think he's got to get his head on his shoulders right here, and I think he needs to attack more. He needs to be more aggressive. He needs to realize it's his offense. He can't keep playing this distance, and he needs to take the opportunities he gets.
Could possibly be some blood time on the Delgado side of things. Getting some refreshers down there. Squeezing that Gatorade bottle. I mean, I miss that feeling right there. getting that refresher in all through football season. You hear water on that sideline. You're like, oh man, here it comes. The water. The break is here. We have our athletic trainer down there, Adriana Martello, doing an amazing job per usual. Love to see her doing her work. And from what I know, she loves her job and loves being at Frankfort. And she, for a matter of fact, covers all of the sports. She's everywhere all the time. Basketball, football, track, wrestling, always checking on cross country.
Yep.
So I give her props. It's like Delgado is starting at the top position here. Phoebus going to work to sit out and keeps him down. Phoebus gets an escape, earning him 1 more, making the match now 5-1 with 1:45 remaining. We have wrist control from Phoebus. Phoebus shoots that low single again and gets control, earning him 2 more. Look, we got locked hands. Looks like he's getting 1 warning potentially. And the referee's going to call it. 1 green. He's going to pick up another point here. Referee calls it. He's just going to pick up the ankle, keep him down to the mat, and not a whole lot you can do when you only have 3 legs on a table. Something's going to tip over.
Yep.
That's how we were always taught. If they got all four, he's kick a leg out from under him. It's going to keep him unbalanced here. Almost looked like Phoebus had a ball and chain going, but look, now he's going to step over, try and run a wing here. He's got to get around the head if he wants to look to finish this, and appears to get him towards his back, and Brandon's trying to get out, and Phoebus just collected near fall with 50 seconds left in the match. Delgado almost appears to be struggling to get out of that bottom position, almost near his back, and Phoebus is going to try and stick. Referee's in position, trying to make a call here.
Brandon is fighting his way out of it.
Absolutely. You need to fight here. You're almost pinned. You are on your back, and your job now is to just fight for your life. Referee's going to call that for the end of your 150-pound weight class. Phoebus over Delgado. These next few matches have happened to be forfeits ranging from the 157 weight class all the way down to the 190. So that's going to give us that 0-6 so far. Frankfort's down 0-6. So overall, team score overall, Frankfort's down 0-6, and including all these forfeits. This one right here, Walton picking up the forfeit for the 157-pound weight class. This Javon Frost, one of the wrestlers we were actually we're Javen, one of the three. Maybe there's a fourth option. He says it his own way. I'm not one to judge, but I love difficult names. Frost is going to go out to the mat here, collect his team's forfeit for the 165-pound weight class. Crowd amped up for those points there. Bunch of cheers and woos. We have Gerald for the 175-pound weight class coming out to claim his team's forfeit. Checking in here. Ready to see these 215 go to work with Daniel Martinez Mendoza for your hot dogs. And there we go. Gerald's hand is now raised, climbing the Delphi score. Look like our last forfeit on the way. Kotchenauer is now making his way out to collect the last Delphi forfeit. Delphi's currently leading 30-0 against your Frankfort Hot Dogs. Once again, this is the 215-pound weight class, which is also brought to you by Day and Genda Funeral Homes, where they believe putting family first. Also, as active members of the community, they know that when dealing with a loss, seeing a familiar face and being treated like family is important. Day and Genda Funeral Home will serve your family in a unique and loving way and provide the care you need. For more information about the services Day and Genda Funeral Home offers, please visit dayandgenda.com. Always remember, putting family first. Wait to see the 215 go underway. Martinez closes the distance almost right away. Whistle blows, and he's already tied up with Cruz from Delphi.
Just like we saw last week from him. He's a pretty aggressive guy, and that's something you love to see, and from a young guy especially. And definitely taking any opportunity he can get.
Like right here, he's taking that opportunity, picking up the single, almost manages to get Cruz to his back, but just falls on top, collecting his first 2 points of the match with 1:30 left in the first period. Looks like he's going to run the half, collects some near fall. Looking for the fall is Martinez. running it up. Cruz appears to be flat, and referee makes the call, earning Martinez the first win for your hot dogs of the night. The next matchup is brought to you by IndyCard Exchange. Now for more than 30 years, the IndyCard Exchange has been your trusted source for buying and selling trading cards of all kinds. They are refining the game of professional grading with consultation services to save you time and money. Go to IndyCardExchange.com for more information to see how you can make money off of your collection. Wait to see the 285 come onto the mat. We have Chris Rascone and Ethan McIlrath. This is one of the matches we were talking about earlier, Caleb. Wait to see Chris Rascone step on the mat for a rebound this week, and wait to see how he does. There he goes, steps on the line.
He's ready to go. Look at him.
McIlrath closes the distance again right away, just this time for the Oracles. Try to keep their footwork here. Again, gravity's not kind, so you get one up in the air like Rascone's trying to create, and goes for the outside trip and gets it. Looking to stick McIlrath as Rascone. Looks like he's just going to collect his two and almost let him up, and McIlrath tries to find an opportunity to create a reshot off of this. But he's still going to get his escape, making the match 2-1 with 1:30. Rascone looking to work another move here and ends up ripping the headgear off of McIlrath. We've seen this earlier during the exhibition matches, losing it 4 times in a match, and don't want to see that again, do we? It's always a struggle. You got to find new headgear, strap it up again, and you're like, man, this is going to get old real quick if it just keeps falling off. 1:20 left in the match. Distance closes almost right away. Shucks him by, tries to get him here. Rascone looking to throw the half from up top. Turns McIlrath, looking for the fall here, collecting his near fall.
Is he going to get it?
Frankfort down there yelling too, trying to give it to him. Collecting more near fall. Referee's in the position there. Rascone there he is. He collects the arm. He's got to step around. He's got to push into him here. Got to get that other shoulder flat. He still appears to be up.
If he could just get on his toes here. And
Absolutely. Get on his toes, get his hips down, get as much force going downward as possible, as this is not looking good for McIlrath of Delphi. Rascone's going to try and press his whole body onto him, get those shoulders flat so the referee can make a call, giving Frankfort their second win. But looks like McIlrath makes an outstanding fight off the strength of Rascone to try and keep him in this match, as he's got that thing pretty tight. Fighting for his life on the bottom is McIlrath. Rascone's just eating up this near fall and can't get any more because he hasn't returned. There it is, your second win with Chris Rascone of Frankfort. And here we are for the 106 as Rascone claims his win for that 285-pound weight class. We have Ariana Sierra of Frankfort against Emerson of Delphi. This match is brought to you by the health communities of Clinton County. The coalition is committed to reducing the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities, by decreasing stigma and encouraging policy, systems, and environmental changes. The vision of healthy communities is to take the healthy choice, that is the easy choice. For more information, visit healthyclintoncounty.org. Both wrestlers looking to get checked in here. Headed out to the mat. Once again, we have our female-on-female matchup tonight. Wrestlers get set, shake hands. Our 106-pound weight class is underway. Delphi closes the distance tight here, real tight. Ariana finds a shot, looking for a double leg. Almost manages to get her off the ground, but Eberson's sprawl, hips down, are just way too strong for Sierra, but she managed to find a single leg up on the outside and collects her first 2 points of the match. Sierra's got a wing here, it appears to be, and now she's going to run a half from that position. Again, she's got to step up to the head right now. She's got to go outside and get her shoulders turned. Sierra got to put more weight into her. She's not going to get any turn. That shoulder's just going to keep rolling backwards. Looks like she's going to take her two here and find a steady position. Emerson trying to make a stand up here, and Sierra just throws her back down to the mat. Trying to chop the arm. Emerson looks to make a stand up, and Sierra's just going to try and stay on the legs, not letting Emerson get an escape.
Emerson's still building that base.
Absolutely. That's the fundamentals. You got to build a base, because if you don't have a base, it's like a table with no legs. It's not going to work. It's just going to sit there.
Sierra's just got to figure out what she can do here to keep Emerson down.
Looks like she's trying to throw in a wing and just instead tries to find some wrist control. Could potentially throw in a half on that other side, and there it is. You see the arm go up and under. Almost a missed opportunity, as she could have sucked him back to the mat there, because Emerson's back was clearly exposed to the mat, and just the little missed opportunity. Sierra needs to step around trying to find the half, and she's got to run this thing all the way to the mat looking for some near fall. Again, referee going down, counting the near fall up. Sierra, end of the first period. What a big first period for Sierra's Frankfort's Ariana Sierra, pardon me. Just managed to pick up a couple more points here for the Hot Dogs. Green chooses to defer. Red wants to choose neutral here. Which I don't know. If you're the Oracles right now, would you have chose neutral?
I guess it really depends on you and how you're comfortable with, and if you really like to start off and take your shot there.
That appears to be what Emerson's looking for, but Ariana almost appears to be out-muscling Emerson, as she's just denying every shot that Emerson's tried to take so far.
And rather than Ariana going straight, circling around, she's going to turn a half.
Puts Emerson on her back, and she appears to be flat, giving Frankfort another win for the night. Yeah, appears to be a third win in a row for your Frankfort Hot Dogs, trying to slowly climb their way from a 30-point deficit, making the score now 30-18.
Frankfort doing exactly what we were talking about earlier, realizing that every single one of their matches are as important they could be to build themselves up from this deficit, as we were talking about.
This matchup is brought to you by Aaron's Flooring. Aaron's Flooring, offering luxury vinyl plank, carpet installation, and more. Visit aaronsflooringllc.com for more information or call 765-601-4145 for a free quote. This is another female matchup for the Frankfort Hot Dogs, but appears to be a male on the other end for the Delphi Oracles for the 113-pound weight class. The referee blows the whistle, and Delphi's going to quickly look for a shot, but Cruz Rojas manages to return him to the mat, and that is some feisty effort by Cruz Rojas trying to keep him down, and says you are not going anywhere, and collects her first 2 points of the match. Looks like she's just going to ride him out and try and break him down. Almost finds a wing, but looks like potentially dangerous. Going to bring him back to the center of the mat. Adams set on bottom. Looks like a caution appears to be on Cruz Rojas. Trying to find that C on the elbow. Referees always manage to stress that, and Cruz Rojas breaks Adams down and continues to just ride him out and keep him on the chopping block. Not letting him go anywhere is Cruz Rojas with that wrist control down across his belt. Double wrist control. Looks like she's trying to throw in a half here, and Adams peels it off. There she goes, back to another one. Crowd getting real fired up for this match as Cruz Rojas, I believe, lost her last matchup here at home and trying to bounce back after that one. She sure does like that wrist control, as she's had it majority of this entire first period. She managed to find her way on top right away, and now she's looking for a half against Adams, and he does the same thing once again. Looking Peel, and Cruz Rojas managed to turn him. Referee gives it to him for the 4th consecutive win for your Hot Dogs. Cruz Rojas defeats Adams of the Oracles, closing the gap down to only 6 points. Delphi leads 30-24. Your next matchup is brought to you by Mulberry Telecommunications. Mulberry Telecommunications and the ISC Sports Network have partnered with the Hot Dog TV to be the go-to place for live hot dog athletics. Catch your hot dogs all season long on the ISC Sports Network apps, social media platforms like X, Twitch, and YouTube to see events produced by Frankfort students in cooperation with the ISC. The ISC Sports Network, local lives here. As the younger Roa of the night, wrestling are 120 pounds, facing up against Long of the Oracles. Again, referee blows the whistle. Roa takes a step back, he needs to get his eyes up. As you see, he's looking down at his feet, and you just know your opponent's going to go for a shot at that point. As soon as you take a look down at the feet, and you're thinking shot. He's going to take a shot. Goes for a fake here. Just jumping around, try and mix it up, try and find something. There's the fake shot, and he's going to drop down, take the low inside single. Trying to work through the back, but just can't. There he is. He's got to get up, and Long trying to fight it out and sprawling as hard as he possibly can. Roa trying to create a reshot here once again. And it appears to work as he comes out on top. You see Chris Rascone there getting fired up on the sideline, cheering on his teammate down there. Roa just holding on to that near leg for dear life. He needs to come out the back there, and he's going to keep his 2 points. There it is. That doesn't appear to be good as Roa falls to his back, and Long picks up a reversal, tying the matchup with 45 seconds left in the first period. Looked like Long's just going to pound that head down, try to run a power half here. Potentially looking for near fall to put him in the lead. 30 seconds left in this first period. Roa's got to look and peel and try and fight off that power half because that thing is going to run tight if he does not. Long looking for the fall here against Roa. Starts to pick up some near fall. Roa fighting on the bottom.
Doing everything
and he manages to get out and goes right back to how it was. And Long's going to suck in this headlock as that thing is not tight. Roa bridges on the bottom, and Long finds the fall to put an end to the run for your Frankfort Hot Dogs. D126 weight class is brought to you by Fiberhawk. Now available, Fiberhawk Fiber Internet. Super fast speeds, no more buffering. Perfect for all sizes of business. Fiberhawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more offerings on availability, go to fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable Fiberhawk. Here comes older brother Leo Roa facing off against Terrell of the Oracles. What do you think of this match coming up?
I know he had a quick and exciting match last week against Weibo, Western Boone, and let's see how he does this week. I know he started off to a pretty strong start this season, and I know he likes to continue it.
Absolutely. Like you said, he's had an outstanding start to his senior season so far. Let's see if he can try and extend that record. Terrell closes the distance rather quick. Roa looks to throw a headlock, and Terrell just slips out of it and looks to find a wing. Leo tries to stand up and get an escape here, and Terrell's just going to return to the mat, and there goes the potentially dangerous as he did not return himself. That is a slam, Caleb. That is a slam. And he did not return Leo safely to the mat.
Leo getting straight up, though, those rows, man. Like we said last week, there's some tough-nosed kids.
Absolutely. Straight to the mat, and you didn't see him jump once. The only jump he did was right back up onto his feet. Roa tries to get a stand-up here, and Terrell's just going to scraped that near ankle, pushing him back down to the mat. Looks like he's going to try and run a half, and Rowa's got to create a base and sit out of that. He's going to try and pick up that back leg and try and get the turn on Rowa, but Carroll just can't find it as Rowa manages to fight it off with 1:20 left in this match. This period, not match. Messed that one up. Rowa holding onto that wrist down low and trying to get the second one off the back of his head. Because the last thing you want is to be tied up with a skinny guy, the fast guys. Because they create a shot of just about anywhere. Terrell's going to drop to a knee and almost pushes Rowa out of bounds.
Very interesting match. One a lot taller than the other, one a lot lengthier. And you could use that to your advantage, or you could use it to your disadvantage. That's probably how you take it.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't necessarily tall, but I was taller than quite a few opponents just because I was so skinny, but I was tall. And I got to use my size to sort of my advantage because I could create a cradle out of nowhere because I could reach all the way under the leg, all the way around the top, and managed to rock back and put them on their back. And it just helps when you have that little bit of length. And Terrell's gonna almost stick Rowa. He's gonna run a head. Terrell's gonna run a head wedge and unsuccessful there. Terrell traps Rowa's right arm in a wing. Terrell's got to step up and almost appears he's going to try and tilt him just to pick up some more near fall with a current score of 4-2 to end the first period. This 126-pound weight class is quite the weight class to watch because everybody's so fast and it's all strength. These kids are all strength and just little muscle balls running around because these kids are all fast. They're fast and strong kids. Rowa resumes on bottom, and Terrell's just going to trap Leo Rowa's right arm down to keep him down on the mat. One thing I've noticed right now is Terrell loves to reach around Rowa's right arm and just trap the wing. Terrell's going to try and break him down here. As Terrell's just riding him out. He's killing time from that top position right now, and he's using it to quite a bit of his advantage because Rowa appears to be doing almost nothing about it. He's laying on bottom thinking, man, how do I get out of this?
Seems almost lost, and that's something you have to hope.
Rowa's shoulders almost flat to the mat, but manages to squeeze out of that one once again. That's almost 3 close opportunities to Terrell to find his win for the night over Rowa. Under a minute left to go in the second period, and Terrell manages to pick up some near fall back there and extends the lead 6-2. Again, Coach Stevie down there telling Leo Rowa some words of wisdom. He's always got some sort of input towards these kids, and he's been at it for a while, so he evidently knows what he's doing.
Rowa always coming back to this stand-up.
Rowa's trying to create a shot here. He's going to get it up and gets the takedown, closing the gap down to 2 points. And Rowa's going to find some near fall here and gets the stick, and he comes back for the win, giving Leo Rowa another Frankfort win. This doesn't appear to be good as our athletic trainer, Adriana, comes onto the mat. Our team score has now been updated to 36-30. Your Oracle is currently in the lead. This is going to take a little bit of time, so we'll be right back after this quick break.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, Recovery Walk Club, Book Club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Glad to see Terrell's doing okay. And moving on to our next matchup by Ardente Dental. Ardente Dental offers high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Whether you're a brand new patient or have been with us for years, we are here to serve you. Give us a call at 765-654-7222 or visit us online at ardentedental.com. Ardente Dental, we bring smiles to life. Here's one of the matches we also look forward to as we have Carrasco against Tudor, which we mentioned in our pregame show here, pre-match. Had to correct that one. We don't have games on here. We have matches. We have wrestling matches. Carrasco trying to keep his distance, working to create something against Tudor here.
Almost looking to figure each other out here.
Absolutely, you got to find that little bit of answer. You need an answer to what this kid's doing right now. And
Tudor almost seems to want the distance from Carrasco.
Like I said earlier, you got to watch out because if Carrasco manages to find his way up top, he's going to run the life out of a headlock, and you're not going to like it. And there it is. Carrasco manages to put Tudor on his back, finds some near fall. Looking to put both shoulders flat on the mat, and simply can't do it right now. And now he does, giving Carrasco another win on his senior season. Miguel trying to hype up the hot dogs over there. Picking up another win for his senior season. That's going to bring the team score now all tied up at 36-36. Back to the top here. Brought to you by Eagles 976. Serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
Hot Dogs doing exactly what they needed here to bounce back from that deficit, and let's really see how you finish it off here.
Absolutely. Starting out with that 20-point deficit because you had so many forfeits go off the bat right away after that 150 pounds is just kind of killing them. Sanchez manages to almost get the takedown here as he needs to get control, but Burnfield manages to come out on top and finds his 2 points of the match, giving Sanchez the escape. With 1:30 left in this first period. Sanchez and Burnfield close the distance between each other. Again, working to find a move. Again, yeah, get that separation right there. You need that separation in order to create something. There they go, back right into it. Almost goes for a fireman's here and switches to a single, and Burnfield backs off and just sprawls and finds his way around to the back to pick up 2 more points. Extending the lead 4-1.
Sanchez just got to get his hips through when he takes these shots. That's really what's selling him here. And if he gets his hips through, he's getting what he wants.
Absolutely. He had that shot there. He was up all the way up into it. He had that single wrapped all the way up. But his hips, if you look at his hips there, his hips were completely flat to the mat. And that's not going to allow you to finish your shot because taking a shot like that includes a full body. And Burnfield's going to look to run a wing here and gets it. Sanchez fighting on the bottom. Burnfield's going to keep that squeeze, and now he's just going to wrap him up, try and suck him down to the mat using all of his weight. Finding some near fall here is Burnfield of the Oracles.
Sanchez looking to do whatever he can to get out of this.
Absolutely. You're down here. You got to find a way to escape out of this, and kicks out. He put that Turk in tight and just squeezed onto him for dear life. That's going to give Burnfield the fall over Sanchez for the 138-pound weight class. At the Farmers Bank, we like helping everyone grow, from business owners running a multi-million-dollar companies to first-timers just opening their savings account. They draw over 140 years of history to honor the principles of personal connection. Individual attention that have been there since our founding 1876. And that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. This is the little brother at the 144 weight class. So see what little brother can work up here. The Angeles family facing off against Roth of the Oracles. Roth coming in hot right away to close the distance. Roth appears to be just using his strength to try and muscle him around. Gets the fake shot, but Angeles capitalizes on it as he goes to his back. Gets the takedown and manages to get two out of Roth's fake shot attempt and just happens to fall to his back when Angeles capitalizes on it. Angeles trying to ride out on top here. He's got to keep his hips low. Look at his hips. They're almost up on the middle of his back for a second there, and that half a second could mean the difference of a match.
Absolutely, and it's pretty exciting, especially when you're such a young guy and you get opportunities like this, and you almost got to be patient with it and take what you can get.
Absolutely, he just showed what patience can do because it wasn't necessarily there for him. Angeles going to look to run a half here. He's going to try and pick that near leg up to try and help him turn him, as he almost looks out-muscled here, but he's got to use his techniques and try and find it. He could have had that half. He almost appeared to have the half there. Looks like it's going to go blood time, Frankfort. Maybe popped a scab or something and send him over to Adriana, they say, as they just need to get cleaned up. I expected the blood time to come from the heavyweight match, the 285, as Rascone is very familiar to have nosebleeds anywhere and everywhere. It could be out across the other side of the mat. And, all of a sudden his nose is bleeding. It bleed during class.
Yep.
He'd be sitting there next minute. Sir, I got a nosebleed. And he'd go grab some paper towel out of the dispenser and fold it up, ball it up, and stuff it up his nose, because that's how you do it right there. I don't need the nurse. Teachers tell you go to nurse, and you're just like, no, I got it. It's one of the best things about wrestlers. Like, they handle it. They got it
They
down.
deal with it on their own. Sure.
Absolutely. Angela's going to resume on top here. Whistle blows, and we're back underway after that little bit of blood time. Roth almost looks for a lateral there and just misses it. Almost got it, but just misses it. Angeles stuck on bottom here. Not looking good. Roth is almost going to get the turn, but Angeles almost finds a leg there and manages to put himself back on top. Going to run the half here. See a lot of these and manages to find him, collecting that near fall for Angeles with 12 seconds left. Trying to get his shoulders down in these last 10 seconds. Can Angeles do it? He's got 3 seconds left. Collecting more and more near fall. Period's up. What an end to the first period. That was arguably one of the hardest fought first periods of the night.
Yeah, for sure. Both of them in critically rough positions.
Anything could happen, and Green chooses to defer there. Given the choice to Delphi, they're going to appear to take bottom here. They're going to look for an escape, as they're currently going to. Oh no, they choose neutral, and they want Roth to find his own shot here. And again, Angeles currently leads 5-0 right now after collecting that near fall earlier and trying to end the period, but just can't manage to do it. Referee returns to the mat after a quick discussion with the coach and scorer's table there. Second period is now underway for the 144-pound weight class. Let's get your insights here, Caleb. How is Angeles looking? What's his position in this match right now?
Looking to bounce back from last week. He's really fighting for it. He knows he has a chance, and really, like we see here, he's taking what he can get, and he's giving it all he can give.
He manages to pick up 2 more there as he finds control of the hips and gets behind him. He's loving to run this half. He's got to get his arm up under there, and he's looking for it, as you can see here. Almost looks like he's going to pull it back and try for a wing for a second. Again, Angeles just keeping Roth down on the mat. Throws in a half on that right side. Just going to try and pick up that leg and turn him. But also he's going to try and keep him in bounds, and can't manage to do it. Looks like they're going to return back to the center. Angeles now leads the second period, 7-0. Whistle's blown, and Roth's going to try and build a base and stand up here, but Angeles leaves his hips high and ends up getting turned for some near fall going towards Roth and gets the reversal as well. That appears to be tight, and Angeles trying to squabble on bottom. Managed to wiggle his way out of there because this is not looking good for Angeles. As he had a 7-point lead going into that second period. Angeles has got to get out of this. He's got 35 seconds left, and it does not appear to be good for Angeles. Again, fighting it off. He is just fighting and manages to get out and looks to get a reversal there. He's going to run the half. Finds it. Looks like he's trying to stick Roth in the last 15 seconds here. Roth trying to push him off and give himself a little bit of leeway to work with. And Roth looking up, counting the ceiling tiles, and Angeles gets the fall to put an end to the 144-pound matchup.
You got to love that fight from the young guy.
Absolutely. We now have a tied up match, 42-42. Coming right back to you after this quick break.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable. To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Meet Henry. Henry is hip. Henry loves the new Mintel TV streaming app. And check out Helen. With features like Cloud DVR, Restart, and Look Back TV, Helen never misses her favorite shows. And this is Bob. Bob can't contain his excitement for the new Mintel TV streaming app. Bob is proving that you actually can teach an old dog new tricks. What do you say, Bob? Does the Mintel TV app get a thumbs up? All right, Bobby-o. Mintel TV, the next generation of awesome. Upgrade today. Colleges and universities are always actively looking for highly targeted and effective ways of reaching high school students and their families. Imagine your informational message being displayed in full color on courtesy charging stations placed throughout the high schools of your choice. Our mobile charging stations provide your college or university with a continuous flow of traffic to those who benefit from your message the most. High traffic areas like the cafeteria, commons, multimedia rooms, and concessions make the perfect places to reach a receptive and captive audience. Advertise to your alumni of tomorrow by getting plugged in today. At JM Marketing, your audience awaits.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day, interscholastic sports in Indiana. This message presented by the IHSAA and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Welcome back, everybody, as we come to a close against the Delphi Oracles with your hosting Frankfort Hot Dogs. Looking forward to our unofficial results with Frankfort up 43-42 because the +1 goes to the team after a tie with more pins due to the pin criteria. Closing this up, we have the Frankfort Eagles Clinton County Wrestler of the Match. This one's going to go towards Nick Angeles as he had by far the most exciting match with a lot of turnarounds, and he really took his time to focus and capitalize on shots. He may have been the younger opponent there, but he really took time to break down every single shot that he was going to take and got put in a really bad position and found his way out of it and managed to capitalize off of it.
No matter the bad position, he would fight his way out of it, and that's what you love to see.
Tonight's matchup is brought to you by Frankfort Eagles 976. They are people helping people. Dan Genda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. And Fiberhawk, fast, affordable Fiberhawk. Thank you, everybody, and my name is Garrick Burge, wrapping up this broadcast from your Hot Dog Network in partnership with the ISC Sports Network.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a third season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, ISCSportsNetwork.com. You can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
As a healthcare facility, providing top-notch care should be your number one goal. However, patient experience and overall satisfaction should be a top priority as well. You see, in addition to your patients, you also have an obligation to the family and friends who attend appointments, sit for hours in waiting rooms, or spend days at your facility awaiting a loved one to be discharged. The last thing that they want or need to be concerned about is how or where to charge their cell phone, tablet, or smart device when trying to keep loved ones up to date. This is where JM Marketing comes in. Our fully customizable charging station allows you to promote your facility or patient portals while providing a courtesy to those who spend time in your facility. Our charging stations provide full speed, multi-device charging capabilities while utilizing energy-efficient technology. And the best part? They charge nearly 100% of devices. They fit anywhere and go everywhere. A simple yet practical way to enhance the overall experience you provide, and that is a reason for everyone to celebrate. For more information, contact sales at JM Marketing to get plugged in today.
At Day and Genda Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you are part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Genda Funeral Home, putting family first.